Well, thanks for joining me. One of the emotions, or more accurately, the constellation of many emotions that financial planning clients often have to deal with is grief. It's common for people to engage a planner during times of transition and loss, such as death of a parent or a spouse. Existing clients often need additional support and advice during divorces, the sale of a business, retirement, other life transitions that may bring up grief. Loss is really an inherent certainty of the human experience. It can't be controlled. We can't avoid the inevitability of losses in life. Significant ones can include the loss of relationships, violations, trauma to our physical bodies, loss of autonomy, freedom, loss of valuable possessions, and financial losses. Most of us will experience financial setbacks like the loss of a job, a business failure, a poor investment decision, or the loss of significant financial assets to causes like house fires, accidents, theft, or natural disasters. They're quite a lengthy list. Um, the death of a family's breadwinner is clearly a financial loss. And I would go further to suggest that every personal loss, such as the death of a loved one, is also a financial loss in some fashion. Remember, money touches everything, right? I'd suggest that every financial loss is also a personal and emotional loss. They're pretty interconnected. A lot of financial losses can be insured against to mitigate the financial impacts. The financial compensation from homeowners' life insurance, um, or not homeowners' life insurance, but homeowners insurance, life insurance, other protections can be really helpful in coping with the consequences of a loss. But no insurance compensation can remove the emotional pain of a loss. I was interested recently to learn that the DSM-5, which is short for the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Health Disorders, 5th edition, which is the Bible of psychiatric diagnosis, recently added a diagnosis of prolonged grief disorder, PGD. According to the Washington Post article that was written by Jelena Kekamanovic, it was published October 21st of 2021. She said PGD can be diagnosed no sooner than 1 year after the death of a loved one and is defined by a daily intense yearning for the deceased or a preoccupation with thoughts or memories of them. Additional symptoms, 3 of which are required for a diagnosis, are identity confusion, disbelief, avoidance of reminders of the loss, intense emotional pain, difficulty engaging with others and with life in general, emotional numbness, feeling that life is meaningless, and intense loneliness. And as I went through that list, I could easily see 4 of those lasting for some time. Now, proponents say the inclusion of grief as a disorder will allow psychotherapists to file insurance claims for sessions with grieving clients, as well as opening funding for research into treatments. Opponents condemn labeling grief as a mental illness, concerned that doing so is pathologizing which is a natural human response to loss. That it's just part of the human experience. It's not a mental health disease. Either way, this diagnosis is a reminder that grief is individual. Mourners express and deal with their pain in many different ways. They don't get over it according to a timetable or a series of stages. It's not helpful to resist, deny, or suppress the intense emotions that come from grief. Doing so, of course, only prolongs the process. Being immobilized in grief can be deeply painful and damaging emotionally. And it can also be financially damaging, limiting a person's ability to make sound financial decisions that can affect their entire future. So this is where objective help and support can be essential. For financial advisors, accountants, financial therapists, friends, or family members who are helping someone during a time of loss, it's really crucial to support that person in moving through the process of grieving. And one component of such support that comes to mind can be trustworthy advisors with the skills and integrity and objectivity to help with financial decisions. This can allow someone the time they need to focus on the emotional healing and at the same time safeguarding their financial well-being. So, thanks so much for joining me.